I'm Nirali Vagela. Today I'm going to present Utopia, Dystopia, and the Middle Class in George Orwell's 1984. This is my academic information, table of content, research question. In what ways does the structure of the party and the position of the outer party reflect the destruction of the middle class ability to create or maintain a utopian society? Hypothesis. The party's manipulation of language, history, and information directly target the middle class capacity for critical thinking and the collective action, thereby solidify the dystopian. Introduction. Rich article dwells into Orwell's 1984 using concept of ideology, literary production, and utopian discourse. The analysis center on Orwell's concept of democratic socialism as a utopian ideal contrasted with the dystopia of totalitarianism. The role of the middle class within Orwell's political ideology is identified as a crucial and complex. George Orwell, he is essayist, novelist, and a critic, and his two works are famous: Animal Farm and the 1984 definition of utopia and dystopia. Utopia is a ideal society in where there is no injustice, poverty, and it's a kind of dream world. While dystopia is opposite of utopia, where people who have power control the people, and totalitarian, uh, the crushing of the utopia. In 1984, George Orwell crushed the idea of utopia by dystopian, and in that, how we describe uh, uh, totalitarianism and people's think the dystopian setting of 1984. Orwell is often seen as a prophet of false utopians, warning of the danger of totalitarianism. 1984 presents a nightmare vision of a society devoid of liberty, equality, and fraternity. The novel serves as a warning about the potential for political power to corrupt and destroy the best of human nature. The dystopian representation of Oceania. Oceania is portrayed as a totalitarian state that destroys individuality and community. It is argued that Oceania represents the potential for middle class individualism to evolve into totalitarianism. In 1984, Big Brother controlled the uh, people, and how they control all the thing, people's life and all. Surveillance state that with camera and all are middle class people are watched by the uh, political and totalitarian big brothers. Newspeak and double think. Language and thoughts are manipulated by um, the people who have control. Uh, Perpetual war. It's maintain a fear. The complex role of the middle class. Always view of middle class is marked by internal contradiction. He sees them as a potential allies in the socialist project. However, he also recognizes the middle class as a source of the individualism and elitism that can lead to totalitarianism. Inner party, the ruling elite who enjoy privileges and make all decisions. Outer party, the bureaucratic middle class, including Winston Smith, the protagonist. Pros, the working class, largely ignorant and uneducated. Instrument of control. Members of the outer party are both enforced and victims. They work for the regime, rewrite history, spying, administering propaganda, but are also tightly surveilled and deprived of freedom. Psychological manipulation. Unlike the proles, who are allowed some personal freedom due to their perceived insignificance, outer party members are subject to intense ideological control. Fragile position. They live with the constant threat of vaporization. If they show sign of disloyalty, their position is more precarious than the proles because they are educated enough to question the system but not powerful enough to change it. Winston Smith as a case study. Winston represents the middle class intellectual trapped in the system. It is despised but cannot escape. Eventual breakdown and brainwashing highlights the impossibility of resistance within such a regime. Smith is a contradictory figure. Winston Smith is contradictory figure in the novel because he questioned the dystopian and totalitarianism of how Big Brother and all controlling it, and he wrote all the thing in his diary and hide it, but still they find it, and with that they how they torture it and all. Orwell's warning. Orwell gives a warning through 1984 about totalitarianism and how people are controlled by the people who have power. And he give example with Winston Smith that how his life become lifeless. Conclusion. Understanding the contradiction within Orwell's ideology, particularly concerning the middle class, is crucial for interpreting 1984. The novel's enduring relevance lies in its exploration of the tension between individual freedom, social equality, and the danger of unchecked power. My resources. Thank you. Any question?
Nirali, my question is, why are the proles given more freedom than the outer party?
Proles are given more freedom than outer party because all proles are uneducated, and ruling party think that the uneducated and the people who don't think more is not a threat for the anything, and like this. Any question?
Okay, next question you reply in the comment. Okay, it is by Mita, so reply this in the comment.